Imagine having a lifetime chance to interview Cristiano Ronaldo, and then this occurs. Ronaldo, how are you going to treat my son like that? That incident at the Paul Pogba interview was almost as rude. But listen, let's take football's disrespectful incidents to a new level. For example, one player was jailed because his niece relied on Lamborghini as their go-to player in 2019. This all began in 2019, so he worked on making their dreams come day and night until he sustained a terrible ankle injury. So quickly the niece grew and lost all confidence. Placement over Casper. And listen, things start to become disrespectful, because Casper enters the scene and promptly takes the show. Despite beginning one of the best seasons of his career, he could not even get any slumber at night due to this. He could sense his worth eroding day by day until it was nothing. He was therefore plotting and jealously lurking until Lamina slipped into Casper's locker during practice and took inconceivable action. So when Casper entered the locker room following the exercise, he discovered something was missing: his $76,000 timepiece. As a result, the squad launched a thorough police investigation and identified Casper's teammates as the prime suspects. And eventually, after several days of living in fear, Lamina came clean. He took Casper's greatest joy: possession. Lamina's football deal was therefore terminated. At least his disrespectful act didn't result in financial losses, like Mario B's prank war in 2011, when Mario joined Man City and upped his game. But there was a severe issue. Because he was bored, he decided to cause unrest. When he arrived for practice, Mario once had to share the pitch with Man City's youth team. Mario thought it best to throw darts at the kids rather than serve as an example for them, or, I don't know, assist them in their routine. He then informed them that it was a joke. However, this is where things started to become disrespectful, because Mario's colleagues didn't find it amusing, and they knew the Reichs well. See if you have any knowledge of Mario. His Maserati is the one item he enjoys more than football. Mario's colleagues had the ideal opportunity to act disrespectfully because they knew he was packing for a trip and leaving the whip home. So they were looking for his parked vehicle just as Mario took off and left him a small gift. However, this was different from what Mario requested from Santa. Mario just wanted to take a midnight journey and bump some bangers when he got home 2 weeks later. However, the vehicle smelled worse than my axe when he got there. He must have detested our board because they ruined his $200,000 car with rotten fish. But heck, Mario is a $95 million man. If only you could snag another. On the other end, what Mario Icardi did was so disrespectful. It nearly led to his murder. See, sometimes guys have the wrong perspective, and for Cardi it all began when he was a young boy. Because he was in love as a child. They finally met because Maxi Lopez was his idol in football. Which is funny because who would have thought this would spark a global scandal? When Cardi finally made it to the major leagues in 2011, his team recognized him as a star athlete. He might become the next big thing in sports. They decided to recruit his idol to surround him with the finest teammates. Thus, these two were sidekicks on the field and began hanging out and becoming closest friends off the field. Then again, the situation deteriorated because Maxi was married to the beauty Wanda Nara then. Where is this going? Maxi observed that Cardi and Wanda were getting closer even though Cardi and Maxi were already close. So he asked him, "Boy, are you trimming my wife's?" As we pulled to the side. Cardi was in fact there, but that wasn't the strangest part. Cardi would at least try to maintain their friendship after Maxi and Wanda's divorce. However, Cardi believed that marrying Wanda and getting the names of all of Max's children tattooed on him was an even better plan. This degree of disrespect was unheard of, and it came out of nowhere. Maxi received a call, and the person on the other end of the line threatened to take his life, because out of all the girls in the world, he had chosen his closest pals. And until Lee Mantle did something disrespectful in 2014, that was the most disrespectful incident they had ever heard of. He did. Everyone in the city was putting up decorations and sharing holiday cheer at the time, because there were only a few days left until Christmas. The Memorial Stadium was experiencing a chilly winter wind, but despite this, things were about to heat up, because the Bristol Rovers only had one item on their Christmas wish list. But who would have imagined that this game would develop into a battle of the midfielders? Because in the 74th minute, the Gateshead Golden Child and the Bristol up 3-2 Lee Mantle got into an argument. Simply not enough men. You embarrassed yourself on live television, and a guy even told you your breath stinks, but hey my friend, contribute. He had just noticed a rocket toe. It didn't want to violate any holiday traditions. However, what on my sons? Because he joined a new team in 2020 and had one of his best seasons. C-list became one of the most disrespectful moments in football history. Now that his team was on a 5-game losing run, I'm not sure how much it mattered, but I'll still give him the opportunity. Anyway, Raymond will be facing Werder in this contest, because they were playing a squad that hadn't won a game in 2 months. Sila realized that the time to end the losing streak was now or never. He knew that if they fell short, it would be time to submit a work application, but he was optimistic and prepared to succeed. Disrespectful. Just 30 minutes into the game, our boy Seals had a tremendous chance. Both teams had a great start. There were still 60 minutes to go when he lined up for the penalty shot that would have sealed the deal. So despite Seals giving the team a 1-0 lead, nothing significant happened until the end of regulation. Zeiss, on the other hand, wished to end the situation then. The first goal should have alerted us to this impending arrival. At least Seals didn't harm anyone because what Latin did wasn't debatable. He wanted to be remembered in the disrespectful Kick Flicks Hall of Fame. Because you had to notify the MLS that he was deceased in 2019. He was therefore virtually unbeatable when he first entered the game for the Galaxy, but Len didn't feel like the players. So he felt compelled to treat them disrespectfully. The Galaxy immediately grabbed the lead in this highly anticipated matchup because they were about to do something no player has ever had the guts to do. But he's built differently than most famous athletes who keep things modest and let their performance do the talking. Thus, it took only a short time for the game to become tense. By the time the 60th minute arrived, SL was strangely fixated on one guy and couldn't control himself. Lenton grabbed the man and threw him to the ground before telling him to stop. He also threatened to harm the man. "I will help you. Just observe. I have enough leisure to take care of you." Lenton, "Whoa, I had no idea, bro, how you moved." However, this justification was brief when FLA was questioned about the incident. It was far too simple. Just wait. You needed to rile everyone up. It improves. Throwing a rival competitor to the ground will escalate the situation. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.